Bred 7-year-old who is dropping back in grade there on Sunday. Goes back to Class 4 company. And over 1,600 metres, has been successful at this journey on 6 occasions. And Iwa Antilia, trained by Norazman, and carries the top weight of 59 kilos. K Yazid will take the ride. That's Iwa Antilia going around in the Rosebery Handicap, race number 3 there on Sunday. Now, Boyce Avenue looks a lightweight chance there in race 3, and Boyce Avenue, trained by Eveline Seat, coming off a last start 4th behind More Than Words. That was after racing off the speed. That was back in August, and first up this week, Boyce Avenue. He worked okay there on the sand. He looked quite sharp, and Boyce Avenue will be ridden by Jackson Lowe for the first time. Draws gate 3, goes around in the Rosebery Handicap. That is Boyce Avenue. Let's have a look at La Quinta going through its paces there on the sand on Tuesday morning. Of course, this horse scored successive victories back in April of this year, winning a maiden and also a Class 4, both at Ipoh and both over 1,200 metres. So La Quinta will be reacquainted with AK Lim there on Sunday, going around in race number 4. That's the Flying Diamond Handicap, and La Quinta has drawn barrier number 7. Now let's have a look at the Stephen Cook runner. This is Delta Wing, who had no luck last start. That was back on the 9th of August when he ran 5th. Before that was a winner over 1,200 metres. Has won once over 1,100. Has had the 4 tries over the track and journey without success. But Delta Wing did look quite sharp there on Tuesday morning on the grass, and will be ridden by K Yazid there. Delta Wing draws gate number 5 in the Flying Diamond Handicap. Also going around in the Flying Diamond Handicap, this is All Serene, who won twice in July. Has picked up a couple of trials since as well. Is first up there on Sunday. Let's have a look at All Serene, winning its trial back on the 3rd of November.
And it's still in front, All Serene, trying to hold off the other one, Mouse Dad, the challenger, and they quickly beat off on WhatsApp, and then came Love Me. All Serene still leads the way. Trying hard is Mouse Dad on the outside. All Serene in front, though, getting close to home, and virtually does it all the way. All Serene from Mouse Dad on WhatsApp.
This is Nothing to Lose, giving a strong workout there on the grass Tuesday. This horse was successful for its new stable there back on the 12th of July when it was well supported, and it won, and won over 1,200 metres. And well, coming back, looks as strong as ever. Nothing to Lose. Look for a forward showing there in race number 5, the exciting review handicap. Nothing to Lose will be ridden by KP Lim and draws gate number 7. Now this is No Money No Talk, having its first run for the new stable there on the weekend, now trained by Peter Lee, and is coming off a recent win back on the 5th of July. Has a good record on the straight course. He's won twice over the 1,100 metres here at Ipoh, and No Money No Talk has drawn gate number 1. Furman Yap will take the ride. That's No Money No Talk, who goes around in the exciting review handicap. Former Singapore galloper, now with Evert van Broekelen here at Park Turf Club as Acoustic. This horse has been working very well. Has won 2 trials as well, and this is the most recent of those, back on the 3rd of November. Let's have a look at Acoustic, winning the recent trial, barrier practice number 2.
Meters to go, it's still in front of Acoustic. It's going well. Acoustic, the others aren't making any impression at this stage as Rumpelstiltskin runs to second, and then came Fly Kitty Fly, and that is the way they're going to finish. It was an easy win at the end for Acoustic, and Acoustic has bolted away from Rumpelstiltskin Fly.
Let's have a look at the trial performance of Why Like That back on the 3rd of November. This horse is also first up, coming off a recent placing on the straight course here at Ipoh, prepared by Prakash Pereira. Let's have a look at that trial performance of Why Like That.
is coming home on the scene now. It's after Why Like That, and then came Get the Lotsky. It's Why Like That in front. Star Quality down the outside is coming at it strongly, gradually bridging the gap over the final stages. But Why Like That virtually leads for most of the journey. Why Like That has defeated Star Quality, Blue Hills, and Get the...
Working on the grass is Ozzy, who goes around in race number 6 there on Sunday. This horse has been working very strongly on the tracks there every morning, and he does look a very good chance in the Golconda handicap. Still winless after 8 starts. He's got a chance of breaking the maiden status there on the weekend. Placed on one occasion, and that is Ozzy, and P. Mogan will take the ride. Irrepressible is coming off a last start placing back on the 23rd of August after leading on that occasion. Is dropping back from 1400 back to 1,000 metres there on Sunday. Goes around in race 7. That's Irrepressible from the Asmadi camp and will be ridden by Iomiril and draws barrier number 9. Now this is 12th Avenue, who scored successive victories back in April and May of this year. Has got very good form on a wet track, so if the rain is about, he's the one you might want to back. He's won 5 races in soft or heavy going 12th Avenue, and HS Gill will take the ride, and he goes around in race number 7. That's 12th Avenue. Another former Singapore galloper making its debut for Evert van Breukelen this weekend is Silver and Gold. He looked quite impressive in a recent trial back on the 3rd of November. Let's have a look at that trial performance by Silver and Gold.
And 4.5 lengths away was Ewa Antilia, who was still third as they travel down the straight. And now Silver and Gold puts them away, getting close to home, and draws clear from Smart Samurai. And then came Ewa Antilia, but down to the line, it's an easy victory for Silver and Gold. And Silver and Gold is first. It's going to be tight for the minors between Ewa Antilia, who was back on the inside.
Also first up this weekend is the former Smart 3-year-old. I speak of Black and White, coming off a last start placing in KL. That was back on the 22nd of August. Trained by KF Wong. He's won 3 times over 1,400 metres, and Black and White goes around in race 8. Will be ridden by M. Hanif and draws barrier number 8. This is the True Sun, of course, was one of the best 3-year-olds of his crop here in Malaysia. True Sun having his first start as a 4-year-old on Sunday, and is coming off 3 wins out of his last 4 starts. And of course won 6 times as a 3-year-old, and True Sun heading in the high grade races nowadays, and True Sun will be ridden by P. Mogan, draws gate 5 and goes around in the Best in Town Stakes. This is Intention, of course, holds the course record for the 1,400 metres here at Ipoh, and working strongly there on the grass. Intention coming off a last start placing behind 10 Cents Win. That was over 1,200 metres, steps up to the 1,400 this weekend, and it does look well suited despite the wide barrier draw. And Intention comes out of gate number 16. Casey Tam will take the ride. That is Intention, who goes around in the Best in Town Stakes. This is the last start winner, 10 Cents Win, of course coming off 2 wins out of his last 3 starts. Goes well in wet going. He's won 5 races in soft or heavy tracks, and he was working strongly there on the grass on Tuesday morning. That's 10 Cents Win. From the stables of Prakash Pereira, Furman Yap will take the ride and draws gate number 7 in race number 8. That is 10 Cents Win. One horse which has been working well in the mornings and also a recent trial winner is Luxurious Choice, and has a lightweight chance there in the 8th race on the program. Is capable of picking up a Class 3 in the near future. Luxurious Choice coming off a recent placing in KL in Metro C Company, and last start was 5th to Colwan Street back on the 23rd of August. Maybe one to consider for the trifectas, that is Luxurious Choice, and he'll be ridden by Jackson Lowe and is coming from barrier number 2. Now this is Good Taste, who will be produced first up since May of this year and was backed into favourite last time out, and it did run 4th, was placed at Epo prior to that. Has had the 9 starts for 1 placing, Good Taste, and looks quite well, and he'll be one of the major chances there in the Triple Luck handicap in race number 9. TM1 takes the ride. Good Taste has drawn gate 10. Now let's have a look at the stablemates. Gold Coast Captain is working up on the inside of Undercover Mission, both from the Evelyn Seat Yard. Gold Coast Captain, the inside horse, not a bad performance last start, ran 4th, still a 3-year-old, hasn't been beaten far in recent starts, and maybe running a forward race there on the weekend. At start number 9, Gold Coast Captain goes around in the 9th race of the day. Casey Tam takes the ride, draws gate 2. That's Gold Coast Captain working up on the inside of Undercover Mission.